Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome to our Team Wine Boss call. I'm super excited. We haven't had one in a while. So happy August 1st. And I have a couple of announcements to make, and then we're going to get right in to our guest speaker, Miss Nina Carr, and her hubby back there, Will. He'll probably jump in. I don't know. I'm just guessing. No? Okay. It's all her. Okay, so happy August 1st. It is a new month. There is a new contest, of course. You know, Direct Seller has given us these new contests. So I'm going to say what I know, and if it's wrong, I'm going to ask Nina to jump in because I literally just got the information just now.
Wait, you're going to ask me?
Yeah, if you know about this Napa thing, because I'm just going to tell you what I know, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All I know is I got my first brand partner for August.
Woo! Go ahead.
Okay, so in August, if you bring in a new VIP, this is a VIP challenge. In August, set up a social for the August 10th through 12th weekend. You will get a meat and cheese platter from corporate. You have to put it in the events calendar, and it has to have your VIP's name and the 8 guests that are going to be joining. Hey, Deborah, can you not share your screen, please? We're seeing your screen shared. If you can put, I don't know how you're sharing your screen, but you need to click not share your screen. Okay. And that is open to the first 50 brand partners in the US and the UK and Australia. But there are rules. Like I said, you have to put it in the events calendar. You have to put your VIP's name. It has to be with them plus their 8 guests, okay? They will get a meat and cheese platter sent to their wine social. Now, even better, we have a Napa contest where you could win a trip to Napa, and it's all inclusive. It's all paid for. They pay for your airfare. They pay for the hotel stay, everything. So it's a brand partner enrollment challenge. The first 2 new personally sponsored brand partners you will get 1 entry into the drawing. Each additional brand partner after that, you get 1 entry per brand partner into the drawing. And customers that upgrade to brand partner during August, they count towards the drawing. Now, I heard, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I heard that if you get 10 brand partners in August, that you automatically win. Is that true?
Leslie says yes.
Yes. Okay. I got 9 more. I'm going to do it.
I got 10 more.
You can do it. So there's your challenge for August. I love it that, you know, summertime is normally kind of slow for network marketing businesses, let alone, I mean, a lot of us here were in a fitness business before. We all know that it is a little tough in August, right? Because here's the excuses. I'm going on vacation. My kids are going back to school. Mine is going to college. So like everybody always has an excuse, right? But now we have a Napa Valley challenge that we can throw out there. Well, hey, you join me as a brand partner, guess what? You could actually earn your way to this Napa Valley trip that is completely paid for by the company. Remember that little Aruba trip I went on, you guys? Come on, y'all can do it.
Nice.
Let's all go. Let's all go to Napa. That would be so fun to have all of us wine bosses there. Okay, we have a treat tonight. We have the beautiful Miss Nina Carr, who has offered to train us on social media on how to share your story and craft your story on social media. Is that correct?
Yep.
Awesome. So I'm just going to give the call to you, and I'm going to mute my thing, and you can go.
Thank you. Thanks, Priscilla. Hey, everybody. I have a bit of a raspy voice. I'm going to blame it on allergies, but I have to get my vocal cords checked. So if it sounds like a sex call operator, just play along with me. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm not going to take up much of your time, but I really want to share a lot with you. I love being a teacher, and growing up when I was little, I remember stealing chalk from school, because back in the day, that's what the teachers would use, like the chalkboard and chalk. Nowadays, everything is so computerized and everything. And I remember stealing the chalkboard and playing school with my brother and sister. And I always wanted to be a teacher. That ended up not happening for me. My senior year in high school, I went from honor roll student, being an athlete, and just took a bad path. Ended up in community college and just never stuck with school. So I never finished my college education. And I thought my dreams of being a teacher were over. But God always has a way of showing us that we can still continue on our path and continue our passion and our dream. And I've done that through fitness and being a master trainer and a master educator in fitness and wellness, and in being a teacher and teaching entrepreneurs how to really use social media to work your online businesses. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to throw a lot at you. I'm going to share my PowerPoint presentation with you as well, so you can always have it as something to refer back to. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Let's play it from the start. Awesome. Can you guys see that? Take notes. Yes. Taking notes, so important. Okay, so what I'm going to talk to you today is learning really who you are and who your brand is, because it's not the companies that you represent. I hope you know that. And how to really effectively use social media so that you create a strong following and a strong clientele. First thing I want you to think about is, who are you talking to? I mentor a lot of entrepreneurs outside of our wine company and our coffee company. I help fitness instructors. I help other entrepreneurs in other MLMs. And the first thing you need to learn and figure out is who it is that you're talking to. Because you're not talking to everybody. You're not talking to all 300 followers, all 2,000 followers, all 5,000 followers. When you post, it should always sound as if you're talking to one person and one person alone. So nothing drives me crazier than reading posts on the newsfeed where it says, "Hey, y'all," or "Has anyone ever?" We want to say, "Have you?" "Do you?" "Would you?" So that's already my first tip. But you've got to find out who your audience is first. Before I go any further, I want to share with you 10 statistics in regards to social media. You don't have to write this down, but I thought it was really interesting. It can always change. Facebook, social media, Instagram is always evolving and changing. So even what I'm sharing with you today, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, it could be totally different. Okay? But always be learning. ABL, always be learning. And when in doubt, GTS, Google that shit. Okay. So the first is, the most popular social media platform right now is Facebook. That's the most popular. 60% of US internet users use Facebook to watch videos online. That's up as of December 2017. I thought that was really interesting because I thought it would have been YouTube. Like, that just made more sense. 68% of US adults between the ages of 18 to 29 are on Facebook. 50 million businesses use Facebook business pages. My eyes got big when I read that statistic. I was like, holy heck. Now, I'm not going to be talking tonight so much about how to use the Facebook business page side of it. If you guys ever want me to, I can definitely do another training on that. And I can delve so much deeper. But tonight, as Priscilla shared, I want to teach you more about figuring out who it is that you're talking to so you can really learn how to craft and share your stories on social media to connect with the right people so that they say yes to whatever it is that you're wanting them to be a part of. With Instagram has increased their engagement by 12.6% when using at least one hashtag. So are you guys using hashtags on Instagram? I hope you guys say yes. Again, that's a whole nother training. I'm not the best at Instagram, but I definitely have been improving and my engagement has gone up and my followers have gone up. 91% of Instagram posts are using photos. Instagram users are between the ages of 18 to 29. And I thought this was very interesting in regards to Instagram. Mondays are the strongest days to post on Instagram for engagement. Number 9, 50% of millennials use the internet to research a product before they buy it. So people are researching before they buy it. And I don't know about you, but I want them to research and learn more about my wine or my coffee business or my fitness on my pages. I don't want them to click to a link because they might click on the wrong link and buy it from somebody else.
Can you repeat the one? Oh, sorry. Can you repeat the one right before that you said?
That Mondays are the strongest?
Mondays are the strongest on Instagram or
on
Facebook?
Instagram.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Did not know that. Thank you.
Either. And then my last statistic for you, number 10, 46% of users will unfollow a brand on social if you're posting too many promotional messages. Okay, so if you've been in a habit, and I've been guilty of this, I've been in network marketing for 7 years. I started in health and fitness, and I knew nothing. And for a whole year, I was doing everything wrong. I was posting my links on social media on how to order challenge packs and get a protein shake. And I was using social media images from Google or from the company itself where it just looked like it was an ad. And I kept scratching my head and saying, I don't know why people aren't buying. I'm putting it out there. It's because they were getting turned off by it. So again, you are here tonight because you want to learn how to create a strong following, how to get the right people to follow you and not just any person following you, and how to craft a story where you create interest and curiosity and you get people to want to learn more. So when learning or figuring out who it is, your audience is, who it is exactly who you're talking to, here are some ideas. So I'm using myself as an example because that's the best way that I can teach you this. For me and my 2 companies, which is wine and coffee and fitness, I'm looking for moms. I'm looking for women. I'm looking for entrepreneurs who are like-minded, business-minded, or maybe they're also a part of another multi-level marketing company. I'm looking for coffee lovers, people that love drinking coffee every day. Those are my people I want following me. Those are the people I want to talk to on social media. I'm looking for people who are wine lovers. They enjoy wine. They enjoy drinking wine socially. They enjoy trying new wines. So think about it right now and even brainstorm. This training is going to be interactive. I'm going to pause every now and then where you can, on your pen, with pen and paper, start writing things down. Because we get excited when we're in trainings. Everything sounds like, yep, I'm going to do it. And then we're off to the next. We just get sidetracked. Who's your audience? It might be the same as mine. That's okay. Probably talking to the same people, but not the same people, if that makes sense. When it comes to building your brand, if you build it, they will come. When I learned how to really strategically build my brand is me, and your brand is you. I started to weed out the people who really shouldn't be following me, and I started attracting the right people to me. We've heard that saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, guess what? The type of post that I was putting out there was attracting the right people to me. So if you build it, if you put it out there, they will come. Like with anything else, like with building our businesses, it's going to take time, patience, and lots of consistency. You are your brand, not the company that you represent. Please remember that and teach your partners that. For so long when I was in the health and fitness company, that's all they would do. They would vomit the products that they were a part of. And then they would wonder why their business wasn't building. People are going to follow you. And when they know, like, and trust you, you could sell something out of the trunk of your car at the Target parking lot, and people will meet you there and say, yes, I want to have it, because they are following you, not the products. So here are some different ways that you can build your brand. One is to be authentically you. Now, some of this you may have already heard before in previous trainings. A lot of you I know are doing personal development, so some of this may sound redundant, but I hope you have some aha moments or do take away some golden nuggets. When I say be authentically you, this also leads into, and we're going to get there, crafting your own authentic stories. I don't like people copycatting me. Now, sometimes it's okay for us to share a certain type of post. If it's a business post, we may say, hey, can I use that post and post it on my page? And what do we say to our partners? Absolutely. But tweak it and change it up so it sounds more like you, and use your own image to go along with that post. But I'm sure you've seen it, and I know I've seen it. I'm sure Priscilla has seen it, where sometimes you'll have people that follow you. They like the way that you post, and then they copy you word for word. Their followers can see right through that. And eventually they're going to know that that's not really them. Okay? You're going to talk like you. You're going to sound like you. I always say, when it comes to social media, write this down. You should be posting as if you're talking to your best friend. So when I write, I'm talking to one person and one person only. Which is why if you follow me, sometimes I say, hey girl, or hey sis, or I use the word you a lot because I'm talking to one singular person. Ways to build your brand. Think about what makes you unique. God created you to be a beautiful masterpiece, and you don't have to be a Christian to believe in that, but I know that to be true. What makes you unique? Don't start comparing yourself to other successful entrepreneurs, because comparison is the thief of joy. Your followers will follow you because of how unique and different you are. So some things that make me different is, one, I curse a lot and I'm not afraid to say that. But I also love Jesus. And I literally have a shirt. I wish I would have wore it tonight. And it says, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. Like, that's me. I'm unique. Okay, and I talk like that on Facebook. The second thing is how I talk. I know a lot of you know me. Priscilla knows me. Leslie knows me. How I speak is how I write. So if you get to know me, whether it's through these awesome video chats or in person, I'm sure a lot of you shake your head and you're like, yep, how she writes is how she speaks, because I'm being authentic. So just be legit. And lastly, practice what you preach. If I talk about being an entrepreneur and I'm sharing with my followers some tips or ways that I like to be a successful entrepreneur, I got to make sure that I'm practicing what I preach. If I'm talking about health and fitness and I'm teaching them how to eat right, work out, drink their magic coffee, drink their wine, that magic wine, I better make sure that I'm practicing what I preach. Ways to build your brand when using social media. I say find platforms that work for you. Not everybody likes Facebook. You don't have to. If you're more loving Instagram, YouTube, then use that. I say find 2 platforms and stick to that. Learn how to be masters at that versus adding on another platform to use. So if you feel like right now you're not a master at Facebook or Instagram, let's just pick those 2 for shits and giggles, like Facebook and Instagram, then that means you need to do personal development so that you work in those areas and become a master at it. The best way that you become a master is by putting in thousands of hours into it. I used to be a master trainer for Beachbody, and that was the difference between master trainers and other instructors, is that we have put tens of thousands of hours into our craft. It's the same thing when you follow successful entrepreneurs such as Priscilla and our top 10s in the different companies that we're a part of. And you're like, how are they doing it? It's because they put more skin in the game. So when it comes to social media, if you feel that you're not strong on those platforms right now, delve into personal development, delve into YouTube videos, get books, learn from other successful entrepreneurs, and just be consistent. Social media is 24/7. And even though many of us wear many different hats, many of us have full-time jobs, many of us are full-time parents, sometimes we try to put social media on the back burner. When you do that, you're doing a disservice to your business. It's like you put a closed sign on your door. And what happens is Facebook and Instagram algorithms start to say, oh, Leslie's not posting on social media as much. Nancy's not posting on Instagram as much. So we're going to start to take her posts off of her followers' newsfeed. And then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, a month later, you're back and you make your post and you're so excited to talk about a brand new product, a brand new business opportunity. You want to invite them to your launch call. And then you're shaking your head going, how come I didn't get many likes? How come I didn't get many people commenting and saying yes? It's because you fell off the radar, and Facebook and those social media platforms, they noticed and they removed you from your followers' newsfeed. So then you have to work harder again to get back at the top of your feeds. So be consistent. I'm going to share this with you. I told you I was going to be long, but I was going to give you the good stuff. Back 2 years ago, my grandmother passed away, and in the same month, my girls got lice. If any of you have ever dealt with lice, it's fine. But that was a whammy. Well, be quiet. That was a whammy. Those were two things in the same week. For a lot of us, we shut down. I struggle with depression. That could have shut me down. But I was also working my health and fitness business. I needed to still be present on social media. Yeah, I wasn't posting about the business opportunity or about a challenge group, but I was still consistently posting on social media so that the Facebook algorithms wouldn't remove me from my followers' news feeds when I was ready to jump in again. So just be consistent with that. Okay, so who are you? I want to know who you are, and so do your followers. Especially when we get new followers, they're going to immediately start scrolling through your newsfeed, and they're going to look at your first 3 to 5 posts. And your first 3 to 5 posts always have to set the stage. Who are you? And again, it's not the products. So I want you to think of 5 things that you want to share with your followers on social media. Here are my things. And maybe there's some of yours as well. 1, I'm a wife and a mom. I'm a Jesus lover. I'm obsessed with Target, Nike, Reebok, wine, and coffee. I cuss a little, and I love teaching, whether it's in relation to fitness or teaching like I'm doing right now. When you know what 5 things you want to share on social media, those are the type of posts that you should also be sharing on social media. So if you notice, I've also kind of in a subliminal way threw in my business, but I'm not going to talk about my business incessantly. That's going to turn my followers off. So right now, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Write down 5 things that you want your followers to know about you. So whenever you're about to make a post on a social media platform, and I've had some clients deal with this struggle and they're like, I don't know what to write. Like, that's the part I struggle with. I'm like, well, what 5 things do you want your followers to know about? Because those are topics that you can create and craft stories on. Okay, I'll give you a couple more seconds for that. How we doing so far? Good stuff? Thumbs up, thumbs down? All right, we're gonna keep moving on. Once you know the 5 things that you want to share with your followers on social media, you have to think about who is your customer and what do they need from you? What keeps them awake at night? Go back to yourself. You're going to be your best example. So when I think about myself, I think about what kept me up at night and what sometimes still does. Paying the bills, going to be late on the mortgage, drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, having to put 5 kids on braces, wanting to retire my husband from the corporate world, not having enough to retire on, worrying that I'm going to have to be like my parents who are 65 years old and they literally cannot retire because they do not have a retirement plan. That scares the bejesus out of me. So when it comes to your followers and who you want following you, you really have to know what do they need from you, because that's what you're going to offer them through your posts. So here's an example. You're going to create an avatar. You're not going to create it right now because we don't have enough time for that. And maybe you've done this in the past on social media trainings, but this exercise works. I know it works because it is what has helped me to build my business on social media. You're going to give your avatar a name because that is exactly who you're talking to on social. Remember, I shared with you, you're talking to one person, and that one person, every time you post, is to your avatar. So my avatar's name is Gabrielle. She's 39. She's a stay-at-home mom who loves to curse. Oh, look at that. She loves Jesus and her family. And she's used to making easy boxed meals or ordering out. That was me, by the way. She's fighting or has overcome depression. She sometimes gets easily irritated, resentful, but is ready to change this. She's looking to be a part of something. That's what a lot of our people want. They're looking to be a part of something. That's why we have to invite them. And wants to learn how to make herself a priority. She wants to make her marriage relationship with her kids stronger. And she wants to have her create a plan B. So guess what? You shouldn't really struggle in creating your avatar because your avatar was once you. So again, here's an outline of my avatar, and your avatar may have similar traits. That's okay. Take it. She's a stay-at-home mom with multiple kids. She's looking for ways to create a plan B. That's where your business comes into play, by the way. And she's looking to contribute to the household financially while also having fun doing it. So let's create your client avatar. Here's what you're going to do. And I'll take a snapshot of this. You don't have to write all of this down. I want to kind of keep going, but I will share with you all of my slides. You're going to give your client avatar a name and age. Really important. What's their financial status? And I mean, what's their household income? Are they married, single, divorced, young adult, or senior? Do they have kids? What are their hobbies and interests? Where do they like to shop, have fun? What pages do they follow on social media? That part's important because that's where you're going to find your followers. What are their fears? What keeps them up late at night? What are their strengths? And what is their daily uniform? So in daily uniform, when we go back to my avatar, Gabrielle, her daily uniform are workout clothes, but she never got a chance to work out in them. She has the idea of wanting to work out and make herself a priority, but she's too busy taking care of everyone else that she never gets that chance. So her daily uniform is always a tank top, and that's it. When it comes to what you can share on social, here are some ideas for you. And I'm sharing this with you because, again, I find that wall that a lot of my clients hit is, I don't know what to share. I don't know what I should be teaching. I've got some suggestions for you. And notice not a lot of it has to do with the product or business that you're in. Think of sharing or teaching how to simplify meal planning and prepping, parenting tips and lessons. Do a how-to ... via Facebook Live, or create an ebook, or create a PDF checklist. How to apply makeup. I follow so many of my friends for that because I have no idea how to do makeup. Workouts of the days. Ways to self-love and self-care. Building a stronger relationship with your husband or significant other. Share or teach using words of inspiration, but more importantly, why did you select that quote? What does it mean to you? So I see a lot on social media where we use images from Google or Instagram and it's a quote or something. I want you guys to go deeper with that when you're posting. Don't just post it. Why did you post it? How did it resonate with you? Allow your followers to connect with you on a deeper level. And then lastly, options. Share or teach them options on creating that plan B and generating multiple streams of income. You've got to share and teach your followers on Facebook versus preaching. How many of you have followed people and they do a lot of preaching? I do. Especially when it comes to health and fitness. I see a lot of people preaching, do this, don't eat that, drink this, do this workout, but they're not really teaching. Therefore, they're not connecting and resonating with their followers, and they're struggling. We want to make sure that when our followers read our posts or watch our videos, there's a takeaway from it. We gave something of value. And the more that we're able to do that, the more they get to know, like, and trust us. And the more our followers know, like, and trust us, the next time you put out a business opportunity post, invite them to learn more about a product, the more likely they're going to say yes because they know, like, and trust you. So if you're struggling where you're like, I'm reaching out to people and they aren't signing up yet, I can guarantee if I go to your page, you're not sharing or teaching, so they're not connecting with you. So we're going to keep moving on. I've got 6 minutes. Sharing chapters of your life with your followers. I need you to open up more on social. Think of social media as a viral diary. I said it. It's like a diary. We've got to open up. We've got to share our insecurities. We've got to share our vulnerabilities. We have to share with them our mistakes and our failures and the lessons learned, our highs and our lows and our dreams and aspirations for the future. When you share that, I can promise you, I bet on my 5 kids, your likes will go up, your engagement will go up, and you'll get more people attracted into what you're doing. So when you're sharing chapters of your life, think about sharing who you were in the past, lessons learned, your failures, your triumphs, your childhood, dating, growing up as a kid, a young adult. You know, I've talked about, and I still talk about being bullied in school. I talk about growing up in a household where I was verbally and physically abused till I was out the door. I had to literally leave for that cycle to stop. I share openly how my brother and my sister have a mental illness. They both struggle with bipolar depression. Who are you presently? What's happening in your life? And what can you teach your followers? Besides your businesses, what else can you share with them? Mm-hmm. Where do you see yourself in the future? Share that with them. Share your dreams and aspirations, whether that's financially, with your family, spiritually. Share those stories. There are different ways to write a post and share a story. And I know Priscilla has shared with you this with you again. But again, don't write this down. We're going to keep moving forward. But I've shared different scenarios. I've outlined the steps. There's just 3. Setting the scene, presenting the problem. How is the problem resolved? And guess what? All of these scenarios don't have to be in relation to your businesses. It's just a way for you to craft your story. So those are the different ways. I'll share that with you. Here's some of my posts that get lots of engagement, and these are recent posts. I didn't want to go too far back. I pulled some older stuff out, but these are different types of posts to create engagement or share behind the scenes. Your social media pages should be able to give your followers a glimpse into your world. It's like a reality show. Think of, I'm just going to share it. I'm going to be real. I follow the Kardashians, right? Like I love watching the reality show, the Kardashians and the Real Housewives, especially New York and Beverly Hills. Like I just am obsessed with those shows.
That's why we get along so well.
Yay! But when you think about it, we're obsessed with them. A lot of us are because it's a window. It's a sneak peek into their world. That is exactly how your posts on social media should be. Believe it or not, your followers are nosy as hell. We all are. Not only are they looking at your original images, you have to use original images, by the way, but for example, this picture on the right, I get people who comment on the color of my wall, the gray wall, my picture frames, my kids' artwork. I get people who comment on my dining room table and the blue chairs, and they ask me where I get it. And I love that shit because that's what I want to create, curiosity, and I want them being obsessed into my reality. But my reality is real. Your reality still needs to be authentic. So here I gave them a sneak peek on the left-hand side of what my dinner looked like on Sunday night. This is our Sunday dinner. And it created a lot of engagement. On the right side, I shared a quote. Remember I talked about sharing quotes and inspirational words and not sharing the image? Create a post instead. So I found a quote that said, I'd rather be better than bitter. And that's what I used. I started off my post by saying, I'd rather be better than bitter. And then what did I say? You've got to add to it why it's important to you. Why does that resonate with you? And then that's what I wrote. Don't let bitter, unhappy people drag you down to their level. Instead, use their behavior as an example and make it your own. Does that make sense?
Make it your own. And
we have less than a minute. Do you want to get out and jump back in? Can we do that?
My husband's going to be home in 6 minutes. We're taking the dog to the dog park.
Oh, nice.
Would you?
I think we can wrap this up. I can share the slides. I just want to say this. There's do's and don'ts on the second to last slide. Watch that. Save that.
Yes.
And I give you guys a call to action at the end. I give you an assignment. Challenge yourself and do it. And if you need help in crafting some social media posts, if you want me to look at them before you put it out there for your followers to see, I will be more than happy to do that.
You're so nice.
I love doing this.
That's the teacher in her.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this was amazing. I mean, all of it was amazing. I wish we could watch the rest of it, but I'll tell you what, you are a great teacher, Nina. That was awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to end this with just, if you have questions, go in our team page. I'm sure Nina will answer those questions, but you are amazing. Thank you so, so much. And we'll start having our team calls again, you guys, and hopefully we can get more people on them. We have to just start, telling people where we're at and what we're doing again. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, you guys. Have a great night, and let's crush August. Let's all